G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So we are at Officeworks to buy a new memory card, because I'll show you when we get home. Where are they? There somewhere. Yeah, that area there. I did a doozy. I dropped my memory card, stepped on it with my foot and snapped it in half. I didn't even know you could snap a micro SD card in half. And my camera has a really fast write speed, so I can't just go down to Coles and grab one. I need a certain speed, and it just so happens I've chosen like the busiest day of Officeworks history. I don't know if it's because they're going back to school or what, but anyway, so I'll get back to you in 2 seconds and we'll be back on the camera. Alright guys, we're back on the camera. So that was an expensive lesson. Well, $49. So there's one problem with the in-car cam mount, which you guys haven't been in the car for a while. Anyway, I can't fit my directional mic on where the mount is mounted, so we're gonna have to move it, but I'm not gonna move it yet. I'm gonna move it when I order some new mounts, because I actually do need to get some quick release mounts, because at the moment I'm screwing it on and off. So I asked the lady at the checkout, why is it so busy? And she said because of back to school. But like today's Wednesday, I'm pretty sure they don't go back till like Tuesday next week. So I don't know, I don't have kids, but it just seems strange that on a Wednesday night it's absolutely packed. I don't know if Officeworks is always open. That's really bright. Oh, that's not very smart, guys. I just covered the camera. I don't know if Officeworks is always open till 9 at night, or whether it's just because it's the week before school. Who knows? Anyway, that's enough jibber jabber. Let's get home. It's probably going to be a pretty short video, guys. Sorry, it's actually pretty late. Basically I was halfway through making a video, and I took the memory card out and edited yesterday's video, and it was when I was going to put the memory card back into the camera to finish today's video, so I lost all that footage that I recorded earlier today. But that's alright. It wasn't anything exciting. I'll give you a lowdown. Basically it was just me saying hello like I do every day, so you don't need to see that again. We've already re-recorded that anyway. And then it was basically just me peeling paper off Perspex and getting frustrated at it, because I don't know if you guys remember, or the OGs might remember, when I clean up Perspex at work, I soak it in white spirits and it comes off real easy. But I'm using a really old piece of acrylic, like really old, at least I'd say 7 years old it's been sitting for, and it's not coming off very easy. But anyway, we'll get home and you guys will get to see all the good parts, not the boring parts of peeling paper. Alright guys, tank's looking pretty spotless. The front glass is a bit dirty, but to be expected with how much I had going on yesterday. And we've got our lone little ranger in there. He's a hungry boy. So here was our test guinea pig to make sure that there's no chlorine, etc. going to kill any fish. The test guinea pig wasn't I should have used a low quality baby, a cull as you may call it. But he's actually a pretty good looking fish for his size. Obviously he's too young to call a cull yet. But, so now we need to change 2 of these sponges, because I am going to do what I said yesterday and pull 2 out of the IBC. Alright, so I flicked the light on the tank. The fry getting that big, you can probably see them from all the way back there. So what I'm going to do, these are the 2 sponges that have been bleached, so they're clean. We're going to put them in this tank. And I'm 99% sure there's no illness in this IBC. That's why it is my IBC of choice to take the sponges from. The other one's a bit of a stretch. But this should, I wouldn't say instant cycle, I would say extremely fast cycle for the tank. Now, basically, I'm going to try to put these in the other tank without disturbing the bacteria. So these are going to go in here, and unfortunately it is going to mess the tank up a bit. They actually shouldn't be too dirty. I have cleaned them recently. Alright guys, so you can see how quickly that clouded up. Unfortunately, that's one of the cons of cycling this way, doing the quick filter cycle, is it does make the tank a bit dirty. So now what we have to do is put these little bit of sponges in behind the corner of the pipe at each end, so that way the flower horns can't go behind that pipe, because the dividers have got this checkout for the pipe, so basically they won't be able to get in those two corners, but that very back corner here they'll be able to get through the back, so I need to stop that. I don't know how I'm going to go about doing this. I need 10 hands at once, but I guess you guys can watch me struggle. How's this for timing, guys? These little clips arrived in the post today. Now these were actually meant to be for the other tank that we've got divided, but that one seems to be running reasonably well just with the suction cups, so this tank is going to be our priority, and then we'll redivide the other tank afterwards. Alright, so fingers crossed these are actually the right size. I think I'm reasonably good with the tape measure. I did have my doubts at work today about that they're the wrong width, but we're about to find out. Alright, we got that back one in, I think. Get a front one on. Alright guys, wish me luck. I've got to try and get this sponge in behind that back corner. I don't know if I can really reach. Oh, I can just reach. That was easier than I expected. So that's one side in. Now I've got to get the other side in. And they're in, guys. So the fish will still be able to just get behind it, but it won't be able to travel all the way down. So now just chuck the dividers in. Alright, so sneaky tip. If I put one of those dividers in, I'm not going to get the other one in. So I'm putting in two at once. So two go on this side. And then once they're in, I can position them. Alright guys, I've got the tape measure out. I know it's kind of pointless, because they're going to move around anyway. But I'm just going to get them roughly right. So basically, I went between the posts and divided that by 5, which means our end 2 bays are going to be like 90mm bigger. But that's going to be alright, because obviously visualization is going to be worse on the end 2, so they'll have plenty of room and it will still look even. Alright guys, so it's already for fish. The fish that was already in there is bay 2. I'm actually probably going to pull him out because I'm worried he's a little bit small and he might get through the divider. Alright guys, so we've got 5 fish in there. I did my best to try and sex 5 boys. Obviously, that's going to be hard to decide when they're so small. I reckon this one, that one's about 7 centimeters. That's the size that Chris Lohan was selling them, but I can't justify selling them that small. Personally, I want at least 10 centimeters. So like that one there, I'm like 70% sure of the sex, and to me, that's not good enough because people usually want to buy males. I want it to be 100% confirmed before I sell it. Anyway, let's go IBC fishing. Alright guys, IBC hunting sucked. If you don't get the fish on that first scoop, it's a nightmare. Anyway, so we've got our 5 new ones. All the 5 new, I can't remember. No, there's 4 new ones here and 1 new one in that back corner. So we've got our 5 here. So I'll try and get a good look at these, but obviously the tank's still clearing. That one's I've spooked up. This guy's not afraid of the camera. This one's the yellow-faced one, my favourite so far. This guy's coming to say hi. Hey buddy. Hopefully, I guess the next 24 hours we'll be able to tell whether they'll get through or not. See them flaring like that, that's a good sign. That leads me to believe that they're male. I did try to have a look at their vents, but obviously they're really young. So 1, 2, 3, I'm 90% sure. 4 and 5, I'm only 50% sure. This one here is going to be an absolute ripper. So far, I think that is going to be the closest looking to Charles. But I am hoping that guy ends up looking better than Charles. But you never know. It's still a learning curve for me, but if you look, wow, the camera really distorts them up close, eh? Lens is probably dirty as well. I can't show you now because he's just gone down the back there. On the top of his eyelids, he's got some scripting, which is towards the top of his head, which leaves me to believe that guy there might get some good head coverage, but obviously it's way too early to tell any of that yet. Alright, I'm going to wrap this video up there, guys. It's actually really late after going and getting a new memory card and all that. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you realise that I thank you guys greatly for all the condolences about Charles, but let's just look forward. We know flowerhorns aren't the strongest fish in the world. Bound to happen, lose some here and there. Charles was 2 years old, which from what I've been told, 2 years old for an import is actually a pretty good age, and that's also considering that he did have I can't remember what it's called, like his gill plate was damaged from transport when they did come here. So Charles did good in my opinion. I got 3 batches out of him. Batch 1 is 8 fish, batch 2 is 300 fish, batch 4 is 1100 fish. No, batch 3, 1, 2 and 3. So there's really nothing to complain about. I could look at it like, oh my god, I just lost X amount of money because that's how much the fish is worth, but I've got my worths out of him. I've only got to sell 4 of these fry to get my money back on what Charles was worth, you know what I mean? So I sell 4 of these fry, I've got my value out of Charles, and then we work on the next project. I guess that's why flowerhorns hold their value so well, is because they are hard to keep alive and all that sort of thing. But we'll do it. We'll carry on, and we've got 5 boys to choose from. So pretty much this 5 foot, these 5 boys will not be for sale until minimum, absolute minimum 15 centimeters. My plan is pretty much to get these 5 almost to breeding age before I pick out which ones I want. I might even keep all 5, who knows? But the for sale tank is going to be the 3 foot over there. The 5 foot is going to be my selections tank. And if I see a fish that's in the 3 foot that I think I want to put in the 5 foot, I'm not going to be scared to swap them around. I want to look after you guys. I want to sell you good fish. I'm not saying I'm going to sell shit fish, but I want to save the best 5 out of 1,500 for me, if that makes sense. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see the progress of all this, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.